If you have been struggling with insomnia, chances are that you have tried everything to try and fix this problem. But no matter what you try, months have gone by and you're still stuck in the struggle. And you're probably also asking yourself, how long does it actually take to recover from insomnia? My name is Fiona and I was a chronic insomniac, and I now help other people overcome insomnia naturally. And in today's video, I'm going to be going through the actual timeline for how long it takes to recover from insomnia, maybe some of the things that are keeping you stuck, and how you can potentially even speed up the process and start seeing results with your relationship with sleep. To start off, it is also super important for us to also understand what insomnia actually is. So if you were to type into any major search engine platform, what is insomnia, you would probably stumble upon the definition that insomnia is the inability to either maintain sleep or fall asleep. However, I'd like to take that a little bit further and say that insomnia is the misidentified threat of wakefulness, meaning that you are fearful of not sleeping, hence you actually don't sleep. And the reason why the definition here is important is because the way out of insomnia is to truly understand what is the root cause for your sleeplessness and that relationship that you have with sleep in order to actually break the cycle. And as a recovered insomniac and now sleep coach myself, I want to say that it is so important for you to truly understand the definition of insomnia, because oftentimes you are perpetuating the problem without fully even realizing it. Even things like typing into your search engine, how long is it going to take to recover? What is insomnia? How can I fix this fast? Is tuning into that same dialogue that you are in a position of threat. And the more you feed into that voice, the louder it's going to get and the harder it's going to be for you to recover. Which brings us into timelines and how long it actually takes for you to recover. And unfortunately, you're not gonna like this, but I cannot tell you how long it's going to take for you to recover. Everybody's recovery journey is very unique. It takes time for you to truly internalize the teachings from insomnia recovery. And the quicker you actually let go of those expectations, the easier it's actually going to get. And if you have very strict expectations on your recovery, these are probably another 3 mistakes that you're also making. Mistake number 1, which I have briefly already alluded to, and something I also personally really struggled with, is having these strong expectation thresholds, this rigidity around how long recovery has to take. For example, oftentimes when you're struggling with insomnia at the very beginning, you look at the definition of insomnia and you'd say, okay, it's acute insomnia. It's easy to treat if it's within that 3-month period, and it's chronic and very difficult to treat if it's after that kind of like period of it becoming chronic. And then you almost like have the expectation, especially at the very beginning, well, I cannot go past those 3 months or else, I don't know, something bad is going to happen. And when you set these expectations around recovery and you being okay by a certain period of time, you're actually setting yourself up for failure because you're adding so much pressure on sleep. And the reason why we are in this situation to begin with is because we have added pressure to sleep and we have created a fear around not sleeping being something that is detrimental to our health. Mistake number 2 is that you are stuck on win-lose thinking. This means that every single night when you go to sleep, you are engaged with the battle of sleep. And in the morning when you wake up, you either ascribe that battle as a win, meaning you slept well, or as a lose, meaning you slept horribly. And the reason why this is very harmful when it comes to recovery is because you are failing to see the bigger picture. The bigger picture with insomnia, meaning that you are attempting to reduce your fear of wakefulness over time. And that reduction of fear is not something that happens on the individual daily basis. There will be days where you feel a bit more fearful about sleep, hence you are more hyper aroused, hence you don't sleep. And then other days, or maybe even consecutive days, where the fear is reduced. We want to look at the bigger picture. We don't want to break it down individually into these individual moments of time, days and nights. And also, the more you ascribe a win-lose thinking to your day-to-day experience, the more you're also letting insomnia dictate the dialogue that you have of your life. And mistake number 3 is that you are rushing the process of recovery. Unfortunately, insomnia recovery does take time. And the more you get frustrated by how long it's taking, again, the more you're feeding into that dialogue that there is an issue with sleep and that something needs to be fixed. The more you can detach from that process and how long it's actually going to take, the quicker you're also going to see results, because you are unattached to the outcome. You're unattached to the day-to-day outcome of whether or not you have slept. And you have also detached from the outcome of how long it needs to take for you to recover from insomnia. So if you are stuck in this question of how long it's going to take for you to recover, I, as a sleep coach, would personally encourage you to ask yourself the question of where these expectations are coming from, and perhaps learn to detach from those expectations and know that even if it is deeply uncomfortable now, it's not going to be forever. And the sooner you actually realize that it is okay to not be okay, you'll actually start to see results come in a little bit quicker. And if you are ready to kickstart your insomnia recovery journey, I have linked a 5 days to better sleep email series below. This is packed with all of the knowledge that you need to really start understanding this cycle of insomnia. It's honestly packed with all of the information that I wish that I had found when I was personally struggling. And if you like this video and have further questions, please leave me a comment below.